Hello guys, Adnan here with 99 reviews again, and today we will talk about the top 10 most important tips to buy a used iPhone. It is always hard and tricky to select the best one from thousands of used phones in the market. I have these couple of used phones which I bought from the market, and I will walk you through all the tips which I kept in mind while buying these phones. So tip number 1 is to check the outer condition of the phone. It should look new or relatively new. I found this iPhone 5s from the market, and I would not recommend you to buy a phone in this condition because the front screen is broken and full of scratches, and the back is full of scratches too. Sides are relatively in good condition, but overall the outer look of the phone is not good. Now look at this model. It's iPhone 6s, and the condition of this phone is really good. It looks relatively new. There are no scratches on the front and back, and also the sides are very neat. Now tip number 2 is to make sure you are not buying a replica or a fake iPhone. You can verify this by going into settings, general, about, and here you can see all the details: iOS version, model name, IMEI number, etc. And on top of it, you can also check the software update, and the device will check online if the software is up to date or not. Also, it will be a sign that the device is not fake. Tip number 3 is to check IMEI number on the back of the phone and in the software. They should match exactly. Sometimes when the phones are broken, they change the casings of the phones, and in that case the IMEI numbers don't match. Also, the same IMEI number should be printed on the same jacket, otherwise the jacket does not belong to this phone. Tip number 4 is to check if the phone is unlocked properly. You can do this by visiting Apple Activation Lock Status tool online and see if the phone is not stolen or lost. Also, insert your network SIM to check if it is factory unlocked. It should work with all the networks. Now tip number 5 is to check front and back cameras. They must be clean, and photos and video quality must be sharp and excellent. If you spot any dust particles in the camera, then stay away from that phone. It is a big sign of a repaired iPhone. Tip number 6 is to check the battery health of your phone. Obviously, you don't want to buy a phone with a damaged battery or a weak battery. You can easily check this by going into settings, battery, and then battery health, and make sure it's 80% or above, otherwise you may have to replace the battery. Also, while checking the phone, pay attention to the battery percentage and check if it is not dropping rapidly. If battery percentage is off, you can switch it on from settings, battery, and battery percentage. Tip number 7 is to check the basic functionalities like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. Also play the music at full volume and check if the speakers are working fine and the sound is clear. Also, if your phone has an audio jack, then connect headphones and check if the jack is functional. Tip number 8 is to check all the external keys and buttons like volume keys and silent key. They should be soft and functional. If they are hard, then it means that they are replaced or repaired. Also check the same thing with the home button and see if the touch ID and home button is functional. Tip number 9 is make sure you call your friend or someone and speak in a normal low voice. They should hear you properly. Also, you should hear them easily. One more thing to check during call is to make sure this small sensor is working fine. It should turn off the screen while you are on call. Tip number 10 is to always ask for a few days backup. If you are buying a used phone from a shop, then ask your shopkeeper to give a few days backup, because you can't check a phone and its 100% functionalities in 15 or 20 minutes. So with even a couple of days backup, you can easily check the battery performance and other things. Also, in backup days, try to use your phone as much as you can and consume the battery to the lowest. Sometimes phone works fine when the battery is enough charged, like more than 20%, but as it gets low, the phone turns off. So make sure battery goes down to 1%. If you are buying online, then make sure to check the reviews and rating of the seller first before you place the order. So guys, these were the top 10 tips to buy a used iPhone. Share this video with your friends and family and help them out in buying a right device. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.